So Kathy Hochul today, the governor of New York, has announced that due to a recent uptick in crime on the MTA, that's the subway system around New York. So due to that, she is going to be deploying, I can't remember the exact number, but I believe it's 1,000 officials in total, around 750 to 800 National Guard and other officers who are going to be staying on patrol on the subway system. They're going to be checking people's bags, walking around to try and prevent crime from happening. Which, yes, that is a really big deal on the subway. And yes, there has been an uptick in crime recently. And the type of crime that's happening is really alarming too, because it appears to be more and more random in nature. So just an innocent bystander being attacked for literally no reason. And it's to the point now where you can't even defend yourself because you could get in trouble for defending yourself. Here's my thing. Yes, I agree that there is a lot of crime and something needs to happen, but what's happening in New York City is it's not that people aren't being taken into custody, it's that crime isn't being prosecuted. So a lot of times these officers will be making arrests, but then the person is out before the ink is even drying on the processing paperwork. So that was the whole issue. You had a recent incident where the Laken Riley issue, where the person who is being accused of attacking her was apprehended in New York City and was released very quickly, which this person should have been released. That's not a bail issue. It was, he was driving a moped and had a child on the back. The child wasn't supposed to be on the back of it. The child didn't have a helmet. So it was that. So yes, he was released quickly, but he was released so quickly that ICE wasn't notified to have the detainer on him. They got him out before that detainer could be put on him. So in so many of these instances, people are getting apprehended, but they're getting let go very quickly, whether it is due to bail reform, zero cash bail, or they're just not prosecuting crimes. And this is coming from two areas. It's coming from very leftist, liberal-leaning judges, and it's coming from the rogue DA. So both of them, even if you have a DA that wants to prosecute, you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. What I think that this is, I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't think they much care about crime. They've proven that if they did, they would actually prosecute crime and they would push for more prosecuting of crime. They've known it has not been good on the subway system for a really long time. This is what I think it is. The situation on our southern border is getting completely out of hand and a lot of eyeballs are on it right now. You recently had Elon Musk that tweeted something along the lines of, we could be facing something a lot scarier than what happened a long time ago in the month of September. If you know what I'm saying, the way that our border is wide open, so many people are coming in, we could be facing something. We have had people on our border that have been on the watch list that have been apprehended. And you think, well, that's good, Sarah, they were apprehended. Well, for everyone that they apprehend, imagine how many they're not apprehending, how many they are letting go. And the truth of the matter is, our border is so overrun with people, it's clogging up all our Border Patrol agents, so they're not catching as many people as they normally would have caught because they're so busy processing huge groups of people. And some of the bad guys that are coming over our border, they know this. They know that they can send over a massive group of people and that's going to tie up the hands of the Border Patrol, so the people they don't want to get caught can sneak in. So you had Elon Musk that brought attention to this. You recently had the murder of Laken Riley, which brought a lot of attention to a lot of things. So there's a lot of eyeballs on this that haven't been on it before. Another thing that just happened in New York City, I don't know if you saw the news. The news came out Friday evening. There were limbs found, body parts of two individuals that were found on Long Island. It was between a man and a woman, the body parts, and the first discovery was of a girl walking to school, and immediately there was a whole segment on News Nation about it, hosted by Chris Cuomo, and they were saying that this is evidence of cartel violence, and this is a new type of thing that you might be seeing more of. So I think that Could it be a little bit that they're worried about crime? Yeah, it just seems like a strange time to all of a sudden start taking things seriously and deploying people, especially when we could just enforce the laws that are already on the books and stop being so lenient and letting people out. I feel like if you really took crime seriously, you wouldn't be letting out criminals before they're even able to be prosecuted. So I don't know. I think that maybe they're afraid that something might happen. Maybe they're taking the proactive stance on this and saying that it's about crime, but I have a feeling that it's about more than that if you just look at everything that's happened and made the news over the past week. Now, the individuals that were involved in the body parts that were found, I did see that there was an arrest made. There were 2 arrests made in Amityville, New York, so it looks like they found those people, but I haven't heard much about it since. But what's the crime that is happening, it's a different crime than what we're used to, and there's a brutality to it that is different. So be careful out there. But yeah, I mean, it's scary when you have a wide open border. When you think about 9/11, that was just 19 people. It was 19 people that brought this whole country to our knees, and our border was a lot more secure than it is right now. It's just chaos. So be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings, and hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully it's just a nice preventative measure and everyone will be safe and happy. But it's pretty scary to think about, what we have opened ourselves up to with allowing what we're allowing on the southern border. So stay safe out there. Bye.